572 semi-skip or semi-full, however you want to look at it. I don't know. It's not full house and it's not skip tooth. We're gonna start the saw up. Give it a couple pumps like it asks you to. I've been doing this a little bit lately. But this one doesn't have a decomp, so I don't bother too much.
So friends, this tree had been one of the ones that was, I think, dead first in this grove. It's a little punky on the outside and then gets a little more solider in the cylinder inside, in the hardwood. But nonetheless, friends, every time I crack up this saw, I gotta be straight. It's the combination of this muffler. I spent a lot of time on this saw trying to find the right recipe, and I found it, and I rave about this saw every time I run it. It's a Ripsaw 572 XPG. I never use the hot bars, but it's just such a glorious saw, and thanks to Ripsaw again for this one. It's one of my go-tos for sure. Power to weights, it's lovely. Is there a lighter saw out there? Yeah, but not one that acts like this one. You have to really, find out what your needs are. Like, I stand up a lot. My back is straight most of the time when I'm on a saw, unless I'm hunched over a big log, given or snot. But this is a small log, it's on the ground, and this is just what we do, and this saw is beautiful at it. So friends, I won't bore you with too many more bucks on this log. I'm just going to kind of chase through it and advance through the video a bit here and get onto this stuff behind me that we fell. But as you can see, this is the program. Stand up and buck, and I will say it till the end of my days. Learn how to file and stand up and buck.
That wood was rotten.
So friends, this is where this power saw shines. I mean, again, you'll notice my back here will be straight up until I turn around and hog down on that big one behind me, which is above my knees. We can start using the dogs, and you'll see a little combination of a different bucking style here. But when logs are on the ground, see, here we go. I think we're turning around getting into this big one here now, but this saw is glorious. But nothing's glorious if it's dull. Just remember that. I got a really nice chain on this power saw right now. So friends, I try to use my videos as education. Maybe you can pick up something along the way. We're in the rocks, okay? So sometimes you gotta take a chance. But most times you can find a spot where you can cut a short length out that you've already bucked each one through. See here, I'm just finishing up the bucks now, but I'm not taking a chance. So you guys have seen me do this many, many times. It's because this is how I do it. And I gotta be honest, I'm gonna say it right now. I bucked every bit of this firewood and walked away with sharp saws. And I'll talk about that at the end of the video. So friends, I'm dead square in the rocks here now. Right dead square on the ground. So I have to I have to be smart here now. I have to buck 3/4 of the way through the log, maybe a little more, close to the bottom, but don't finish my buck, and I've got to roll this log somehow. So this saw, I guess you can tell I like it.
So ripsaw. Thank you, boys. And so, friends, I got to be honest. I think once you learn your tip and learn to file, whenever you get your filing down, I'm saving that one log for him. He's putting a little bridge in. You should be able to go for quite a long time if you're not taking chances and finish up sharp. We're sharp. All three saws are sharp. What was that? Oh, I'm gonna go get some blackberries, I think. I'm hungry. So you guys see what I do. I don't bend down unless I have to. Sometimes it makes sense to bend down. It does, friends. It does, but that's up to you. This I don't know. I just bucked about 5 cords of firewood, 4 or 5 cords of fire, easily. And we're sharp. And I'm in the dirt, on the bluffs, in the rocks. And when you have your raker set, like right there, that's right in the dirt. So when you have your raker set, look, hey, dirt. And you know the feel of a chain pulling on the outside of the wood, and you know a feel of a saw pushing you, then you should be good. The only time you should hit rocks is when you're either lazy, right, friends? Lazy, or I don't know, just a freak accident, which happens all the time. Okay, so learn your tip. You should always end up with it. You can tell where I finish bucking every time. Right there. Look. Right there. I'll bet you there's a saw mark right there. Yes, there is. Right there. It's the feel. You can feel it when you go from wood to bark. And then you can also feel it when it's just wood. See, this wood's in rough shape. It's all bucked. So, though, it's not usually what I like to throw in my woodshed, I'll be honest. It's a little far gone, some of it. Some of it's wonderful. Some of this will be great, but I work too hard for my firewood, and I don't want to put rotten wood in my shed because there's no BTU in it. There's no heat. Like that's glorious right there. Glorious. The bark's fallen off it, so it's dead buckskin, standing dead. So some of this will be nice, but I like this. See, this is the middle of that log right here. Look, here it is. Look, it is. You'll hear it. A little bit of pitch in there. That is nice firewood. But even still, look at the outside of that one right there. See, it's starting to go. Will it burn and throw heat? Yes, it will. Absolutely, it will. So, but it'll do nothing else. You won't mill this into nothing. It'll fall apart in the mill. And then who wants cores for their, look at, friends, there is a class example right there of feeling your buck. Right there. I even poked through right there. So when you can stand up, you guys know my program. You guys know my program. Yeah. Jeff Butler. Jeffrey, welcome. You're a new member. I seen you signed in there with Damian Johnson. 2 new members. We're having a blast in there. If you're wondering about memberships, friends, and what's over there, well, there's a bunch. Well, it's called Bucking Unplugged. I have one level. I don't have all these other things. I haven't really promoted it that much. I'm not the greatest promoter, but I do know that we're having a lot of fun over there. And there's behind the scenes footage, early access. There's a super duper group of people over there, and we're building, and it's very cool. So if you want to join memberships, there's a little join button under every video. You'll see it, JOIN. And sometimes I'll put it in the description. I haven't been making a big rip-roaring stink about it. That's not my style, but it is there, and it is available to this community if you want to catch more behind the scenes stuff and the unplugged stuff. So it was a decision we made about a month ago, and it's a growing community there. So thank you all so much for being there. But I wanted to say hello to Mr. Jeff Butler and Damian Johnson. Yeah, Damian Johnson. Thank you, guys. See you all on the next one, friends. Work hard, be honest, and be kind.